Hey guys, welcome to the session. This is Trishi Ralwa. This is the first session of biology. We are starting with the basic chapter of biology, that is cell structure and function. Today we will cover the whole chapter in one shot. This chapter is for ICSE 7 and CBSE class 8. Okay. So the index, that is syllabus, which is similar for both ICSE 7th and CBSE 8th is the definition of a cell, generalized structure of a cell, size, shape and number of cells, largest cell in our surroundings, the cell organelles, prokaryotes and eukaryotes, and also plants, differentiate between plant cell and animal cell. Who discovered cell? The cell was discovered by Robert Hooke. He was a 17th century natural philosopher and early scientist, noted for a variety of observations of the natural world. But perhaps his most notable discovery came in 1665 when he looked at a sliver of cork through a microscopic lens and discovered cells. He coined the term cellulae, meaning compartments. So in 1665 he discovered the cell by looking at the cork, a piece of cork, through his simple microscope. He saw some compartment like things. Now he termed the term cellulae, which means compartments. What is a cell? Cell is the basic structural and functional unit of all organisms. This is the definition of cell. It was discovered by Robert Hooke. Cell constitutes in every part of the body. Everywhere you can see cells in your body. All the parts of your body are made up of one or other cells. Types of cells. Based on cell number, the organisms are classified as unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular means they will consist of only one cell, whereas multicellular, they will consist of more than one cells. For example, unicellular amoeba, you can see in the picture, it's a single cell. Multicellular Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens means we, ourselves, humans. Based on cell shape, there is no particular classification of cell based on the cell shape. Okay, but cell shape varies from organism to organism. It may be spherical, hexagonal, cylindrical. You can see RBC cells in the animation. It is biconcave in shape. It differs, okay, from organism to organism. Cell size. So basic cell may range from 1 to 10 micrometer. Eukaryotic cells normally range between 1 to 100 micrometer. The symbol you can see here. One second. Sorry. Yeah. The symbol you can see here, this is called as mu, which represents micro prefix. Okay. One exception is, however, is eggs. The largest cell in our surroundings is the ostrich egg. Smallest cell is mycoplasma cell. Longest cell in our human body is neuron, nerve cell. And largest cell in our human body is ovum, that is egg. Generalized structure of a cell. It implies for all the cells. So a cell contains a cytoplasm, a nucleus, a cell membrane, mitochondrion also, but it may differ in number, lysosome and a vacuole. Vacuole may not be there in some cells. This is the generalized structure of a cell. We learn about all these in detail in the further slides. So plasma membrane or cell membrane. What is cell membrane? It is the outermost covering of all cells, not only animal cells. In a plant cells, it is known as cell wall. It has both plasma membrane and cell wall. Cell wall is made up of cellulose, whereas plasma membrane is made up of lipids and proteins. The main functions of cell membrane include protecting the integrity of interior cell, protecting the organelles present in the interior of the cell, providing support and maintaining the shape of cell. It also gives the shape to the cell. It regulates cell growth through the balance of endocytosis and exocytosis. This you will learn in your further classes. Cell membrane also plays an important role in signaling and communication. It has something called as glycoproteins and glycolipids and carbohydrates which act as antennae. It helps in signaling, cell signaling and communication with other cells. It also acts as selectively permeable membrane by allowing the entry of only selected substances into the cell. Okay. And now next is cytoplasm. What is a cytoplasm? It's a jelly-like matrix or fluid which is composed of salt and water and is present within the cell membrane. It embeds all parts of the cell including the organelles. The cytoplasm is home to many activities of the cell as it contains molecules, enzymes that are crucial in breaking down of waste. So basically many metabolic processes, biomolecular processes take place here. Cytoplasm also assists in metabolic activities, I said you. It also provides shape to the cell. It also provides shape to the cell, and it also fills up the cells, thus enabling the organelles to remain in their position. Organelles float on the jelly-like matrix that is called as cytoplasm. The cell without cytoplasm would deflate and substances will not permeate easily from one to other organelle. Okay, the whatever molecules or substances released by the organelles won't reach other organelles if there was no cytoplasm. A part of cytoplasm called cytosol has no organelles. Rather, the cytosol is enclosed by the matrix boundaries that fill up the cell section which does not hold the organelles. Nucleus. The function of nucleus, it contains cell's hereditary information and controls the cell's growth and reproduction. See, nucleus is just like the CPU of a cell. Okay, it enables all information, it transfers information from one cell to other cell. Okay, it has DNA. It is not just a storage compartment for DNA but also happens to the home of some essential cellular processors. It also helps in DNA duplication, okay, the cell replication, DNA replication, and creates an identical copy of DNA. When the cell divides, what happens is DNA should replicate, that is, the daughter cell should also have the equal number of DNA. Therefore, the nucleus enables DNA replication process. Creating two identical copies of the host or body is the first step in cell division. Each new cell will get its own set of instructions. It's the spot of transcription, creating different types of RNA from DNA. So, it also creates RNA that helps in protein synthesis in the cells. Okay. Now we'll learn about cell organelles. What are organelles? Parts of cell distributed over the cytoplasm to perform a specific function related to the cell. Mitochondria. Mitochondria is also called as the powerhouse of the cell as they produce energy-rich molecules for the cell. The energy-rich molecules are called as ATP. ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Okay, yeah, it's here, adenosine triphosphate. It also helps in respiration, aerobic respiration, also sometimes anaerobic respiration also. The inner compartment is called as matrix, which is folded into cristae. You can see here, see the foldings here. This is called as cristae. 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 Mitochondria are the sites of aerobic respiration, you know that, and it produces energy in the form of ATP. So, for the instance, glucose is converted into ATP. It has its own DNA, RNA molecules, and also 70S ribosomes. We'll learn about 70S, 80S ribosomes in the next year, in your 9th standard. Now the next organelle is endoplasmic reticulum. It is a network of membranous canals filled with fluid. They are the transport system of the cell involved in transporting materials through the cell, throughout the cell. They are classified into rough endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum helps in protein synthesis. Just remember this word. I'll write it as PS, protein synthesis. Here the smooth endoplasmic reticulum is main function is for detoxification and also production of lipids. Detoxification is the process of removing poison or toxic components. Okay. Vacuoles are mostly defined as the storage bubbles of irregular shapes which are found in the cells. They are fluid filled, enclosed by a membrane. They just store food, variety of nutrients, and also stores waste products. Okay. The rest of the cell is protected from contamination as it stores this waste. You can see the structures here. This is the, one second. Yes, this is the endoplasmic reticulum structure. It is covered by nuclear envelope. Ribosomes are embedded on the rough endoplasmic reticulum. And this is the vacuole, the liquid like matrix, you can see. Yes. Now let's move on. Chloroplast or plastids. Plastids are large membrane bound organelles that contains pigments. These are only found in plant cells. Chloroplast. They contain chlorophyll. They help for photosynthesis. Okay. They are present in mesophyll cells of leaves. Okay. Present in plants. They help in photosynthesis. Chromoplast. They include fat-soluble carotenoid pigments like xanthophylls, keratin, etc., which provides the beautiful colors to the flowers, fruits, etc., like yellow, orange, red, etc. Leucoplasts are colorless plastids. Leucoplast, you can see here. One, I think they have not bolded it. I will just highlight it. One second. Where is the mouse pointer? Yeah. Leucoplast is here. Leucoplast are colorless plastids. Sorry. Chromoplasts are colored plastids. And the chloroplast contains green color, that is the chlorophyll. One second. Yeah, chlorophyll containing structures. Okay. Yeah. Next is lysosome. Centrosome organelle is made of two mutually perpendicular structures, the lysosome and centrioles. First we will cover about centrioles. Centrioles are also called as centrosomes. Okay. This is the structure of centrosome. It's not needed now. What it does is, it produces spindle-like fibers called asters, which help in separation of DNA, okay, or DNA replication, and also division of DNA. Okay. So mainly it helps in giving out spindle fibers during cell division. That's all. Main thing. And lysosomes are tiny circular shaped single membrane bound organelles filled with digestive enzymes. They help in cellular digestion, removes waste, and also digest dead and damaged cells. Okay. Therefore, they are called as suicidal bags. You can see the structure of lysosome here. Lysosome is here, and this is the centriole, rod-like structure. These microtubule triplets you can see, right? They produce the spindle fibers. Next, ribosome and Golgi. Ribosomes are non-membrane bound organelles and they are associated with protein synthesis. Okay, main function. They contain ribosomal RNA. Okay, ribosomes are of two types: 70S ribosomes and 80S ribosomes. Primary function includes protein synthesis that ensures survival of the cell. Golgi apparatus. It is also termed as Golgi complex. It's a membrane-bound organelle mainly composed of series of flattened stacked pouches called cisternae. This cell organelle primarily responsible for transporting, modifying and packaging proteins. Okay, they package proteins and send it to other cell organelles or the targeted destination. It is found within the cytoplasm of a cell and are present in both plant and animal cell. In plant, it is not that much complex as animal cell and it is called as dictyosomes in plants. You can see here ribosomes and Golgi apparatus, the structure. These are called as cisternae, transphase, cisphase. Smaller thing is called as cisphase, the wider base is called as small phase. They mainly helps in packaging of proteins. Ribosome, protein synthesis. Now the differences. So you might have heard the term prokaryotes and eukaryotes when I was introducing you to this chapter, right? What are prokaryotes and eukaryotes? So eukaryotes, they contain membrane bound organelles like Golgi apparatus, etc., including a well-defined nucleus. That is, the nucleus contains nuclear membrane. Eukaryotes can be single-celled or multi-celled, as such as humans, plants, fungus, insects, etc. Eukaryotic cell contain membrane. It's prokaryotic cells. Prokaryotic cells do not contain a nucleus or any other membrane-bound organelle. So it does not contain a well-defined nucleus. The DNA or the genetic material will be floating on the cytoplasm rather. Okay, and any other membrane-bound organelle. It does not contain membrane-bound organelles such as the Golgi apparatus, etc. Prokaryotes include two groups: bacteria and archaea. Bacteria, blue-green algae, etc. are the examples for prokaryotes. Now, plant cells and animal cells. Plant cells, they are usually larger than animal cells. Okay, plant cells will have a regular shape like a rectangle, a hexagon. It depends. And animal cell, they have spherical shape. Plasma membrane of plant cell is surrounded by rigid cell wall made up of cellulose. I said you right in the starting, cell wall. Here animal cells do not contain cell wall. Here in plant cells cytoplasm is not so dense, but in animal cells cytoplasm is more denser and more granular. Okay, it gives a grainy texture on the cytoplasm. Plastids are present in plants, plastids are absent in animals. Vacuoles are more prominent in plants, that is, they are larger, very large, and it will be only one or there will be only one or two. Okay, in animals, if vacuoles, if any, they are very small, temporary, and concerned with excretion and secretion. They have more vacuoles, more number of vacuoles. They will have some 5 to 6 vacuoles. Plant cells, they have many simpler units of Golgi complex called dictyosomes. I said you just now. Animal cell, they have a highly elaborate Golgi complex. Centrosome is not present in plant cell. Centrosome is present in animal cell. Centrosome is nothing but the centriole. One second. Yeah. You can see the diagram here. Okay, this is a plant cell, this is an animal cell. Timetable for Biology Olympiad. We said you that, we informed you yesterday that we are starting with the Olympiad series on the channel and also on the Google Classroom. So next Saturday we will be covering, next week we will be covering only about fundamental unit of life, the same chapter, cell, in more elaborate way. There will be problem solving session and also exam question review. Exam question review is nothing but the previous year questions we will be solving based on this chapter, and exam question pattern analysis also. What is exam question pattern analysis? What kind of questions may arise from this chapter in the competitive exams or the Olympiads. So how to join Google Classroom? Go to Google Classroom, log in, click on join class, enter code FQM56TC. Thank you guys. For any queries, please feel free to reach us at alvatrishir@gmail.com. Please like, share, subscribe the channel for more such videos to come up in the future. Thank you guys. Bye.